Raise 120,000.
Very strong holdings for Peters in the cutoff and Cade on the button.
Indeed, a real clash brewing. 120 from the ace-queen suited. More from the two tens.
320,000.
Peters with about 30 bigs effective to start. Dan Shack giving it a think, but again, I think just more posturing here.
$40,000 discount right there. When you say no to that price.
10 seconds.
Wow. This
Come on.
table talk.
Can't.
And did she talk
feel
Peters
much
into the
less good
all-in?
about this after I said that.
I think so, but I think she doesn't exactly know if she wanted
Yeah.
to hear an all-in
Count, please.
with her particular holding. She knows that at minimum, she's going to be flipping. This is just a big flip. And sometimes even when you are really comfortable as the chip leader in terms of your stack
You can
depth.
fold this from the spot. Okay.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah, you don't want to be in such a big flip, but again,
Yeah.
you can't just be folding tens either.
Peters certainly could take a big chunk out of Cade's remaining chips here. Roughly half of them, to be exact. Just north of that, as Peters began this pot with 1.83, Cade with 3.465. And here, she's going to spin the wheel.
All right, where's that shot at?
Yeah, I know. I was going to say good luck, but I'm going to be honest, I hope you lose.
Here we go.
Fair enough.
Ace in the
That's what I get
window.
for saying that.
It's David Peters, you forgot.
Yeah.
This is the alcohol talking. I swear I'm not a dick.
Doesn't lose a flip.
No help in the form of a backdoor straight for Cade
yeah.
on the turn. And she's got 2 outs once in this 3.8 million chip pot, where David Peters' fate hangs in the balance. Just needs to fade a 10, and he does, vaulting himself into the chip lead in the process. Good idea, as it turns out. Peters in the small with ace-king. That's how he started this final table in diamonds. This time off suit.
Cade with about 25 bigs effective here in the big blind.
Raise 180,000.
3x sizing. Oh, and Vanessa, troublesome. Wakes up with an ace.
On.
Oh,
Call.
that is not what Vanessa wanted to hear. You can't fault her for wanting to pick off what should have been a pretty wide range of holdings from David Peters. Runs into an ace-king, and can she get lucky? Her 2 tens couldn't find any justice in the flip against the ace-queen.
Now Dan wouldn't mind if Peters runs really well.
Yeah, right.
here.
He won't be complaining this time. Oh, and the king out there.
Hard. Running 9 jack. 9-6. Just put a 9 on the turn.
Or a 6.
Ooh.
Gotta get the
As if-
stand-up equity, you know?
Dan knew what to ask for. Cade turns the gut shot.
9 one time.
Draws live to one of 4 nines, but instead it's a queen, and a rapid implosion for Vanessa Cade. Not one that anybody could necessarily consider operator error. Ace-8 into ace-king, 2 10s into ace-queen, and it can happen just that quickly. 5th place
So you're
for
in Mexico,
Vanessa.
And you're like, oh, there's a tournament going on?
Disappointment. I can't wait to stamp my passport somewhere, anywhere.
165,000.
Meanwhile, for Peters, he's looking to punch another winning ticket.
Didn't you go to Hawaii, though, recently?
I regret to inform you that Hawaii is actually a part of the United States, Maria, and passports are not required to travel
Okay,
there.
okay, I understand it was not international travel, but Hawaii feels so vacation-y destination-wise that...
No. I need international flavor. I can't, you know.
375. You want to prepay?
Meanwhile, Daniels with the ace-5 asking whether or not
I don't
Peters
think-
wants to prepay with the queen 10 that he opened.
Listen, the prepay is actually not as effective as you would think.
You said nice hand. Let's go next hand.
When someone prepays, usually you end up losing the hand.
Well, at least Jake is in good spirits heading into this situation. He is taking the best of it, though he did that with the 9s and it didn't work out. And on this occasion, it doesn't either, as Peters can do no wrong. Bink's top pair.
A lot of fun
I
turns,
guess.
yeah.
Actually, I'm really greedy. I just want to ace of clubs.
Reasonable request.
That's a good one.
A really good one on the turn, in fact, for Daniels, who picks up
That's the best
14
card in
outs.
the deck.
No, 3 of diamonds would have been better,
Yeah.
I think.
Pair of 5s and the backdoor nut flush draw. Can he improve on the end? Nope.
Game, bro.
The king of clubs. And just like that, not far behind Vanessa Cade, Jake Daniels will check out
This is
in
doing
4th
fast.
place.
Yeah.
Remember, this is where a player didn't have a funnel
All in.
and went wee-wee on a dealer under the table. It happened. Verified. Meanwhile, Peters. Risky business here with Jack 6 of clubs, moves all in, and Dan Shack says call. King 5 suited, he deems it enough.
I
Are you
mean,
surprised?
I am a little surprised,
the 3
especially
clubs out
seeing
there.
that it's coming out of Shaq here, but
Who is ahead of Zhufich right now in chips. Granted, the margin is somewhat narrow, but this isn't a necessary gamble out chipping Ivan.
finds himself in a good spot, having
yeah.
Peters dominated on the clubs as well.
And now he flops himself a 5.
Doesn't really help me.
That doesn't hurt you either. Peters still Jack and 6
5.
hunting. Now he
Not bad.
turns an open ender, courtesy of the 7, and goes
the
to
board.
14 outs. Any 3, any 8, a 6 or a jack. And Peters can get down to heads up. Anything else, and Shaq's going to double. The river is an 8. And David Peters really doesn't lose any flips. It's true. Dan Shack eliminated in 3rd place. And boy, that's the saltiest $224,000 you'll ever win there. A jubilant Ivan Zhufich has just picked up $120K in ladder money. Guaranteed $345,000 are both of these players.
Oh.
465 up top, and 9s have run into 10s. Could this be it right away?
14 bigs effective. Just making it seem like maybe there's a decision, but surely going in.
Raise. 475,000.
And Peters limp on the button. Creating this opportunity for him here. Ivan started with 2.2. Sticking 475 of it out there, and so much hand with pocket 9s.
10 seconds.
Rates to do fairly well, even against the limp shove range from Peters.
Both players jumping for joy inside.
Wow, David going to flat, Maria. Help us understand
Very
the choice.
tricky. I mean, just in case, you know, you have some bluffs coming out of Ivan there, you are going to be way ahead with 2 10s.
Now both players staring up at a pesky queen, representing an overcard to their pocket pairs. Peters has the advantage with the tens, let alone the spade backdoor.
375,000.
Ivan bets 375K, and Peters understands that he's not nutted, but he is certainly trying to evaluate the best line from here forward.
Yeah, but with this overcard to both of their pairs, might not cost Ivan his whole stack.
Oh my goodness. A 10 on the turn, giving Peters the set, but now giving Ivan additional outs in the form of a jack.
Check.
The 9, of course, would no longer work, but there's only 2 of those, and there are 4 jacks. Ivan pumps the brakes. So that's the kind of card that rates to really hit D. Peters' calling range.
10 seconds.
About 70% pot back is what Ivan has.
Check.
Oh, Peters with the check back. Maria's just grinning in here, watching the man operate. And where does Ivan go from here? Does he think he's targeting an 8? If he gets after it?
10 seconds. Check.
Continues to check.
Doesn't expect Peters to have many top pairs as played with that check back on the turn, but really 9's looking more like a bluff catcher.
Small line.
All in.
Peters says all in, and you see Ivan.
Again, as played, it's really tough to imagine that Peters has a top pair type hand here.
Let alone a 10.
Yeah, I mean, forget about a set of 10s here or a 10, a random 10x, really. So Ivan just has to work out. Was he being taken for a ride here all along, or is this his chance to double up through David Peters?
Busted spades, perhaps?
Palm extension.
Yeah,
And additionally, he doesn't have a spade in his hand.
definitely a consideration for sure.
Everything working against Ivan, and he makes the call, and we'll see the set of 10s. Cannot fault Jufic
Then a pre-flop also.
for landing on that particular decision, and David Peters Maria wins back-to-back events, his 3rd here in the U.S. Poker Open 2021 edition. Runs over to shake hands with a valiant combatant and competitor, Ivan Jufic, who was incredibly impressive. 465,000 plus going D. Pete's way.